Hey guys, and welcome to this Minecraft tutorial for Litematica, a mod that takes a hologram-like blueprint or schematics in the parlance of the mod and places them in your Minecraft world. I use this to copy huge redstone and creative builds, take them to my survival world, saving me from needing to world hop or awkwardly use screenshots that don't show me everything I need to know. I'm going to assume that you have a Minecraft install, Java, sorry Bedrock users, and know how to use the internet. I mean, you are here after all. I'm going to take you through the process that I use so that if anything in the tutorial changes, like a version number or maybe a different website host, you'll be able to adapt, improvise, overcome. So taking our browser of use, we're going to use our search engine of use and search up Litematica. Yes, I can type and speak at the same time. Try and use the suggested spelling rather than whatever nonsense it is you put in there. The one we're looking for is CurseForge. That's the one I'm looking for anyway. I know that it is trusted, and I know that places like Minecraft are not to be trusted. So I'm going in for that one. I'll provide a link in the description below, but as I say, this is just going through the process I use. Looking at the page for the current Minecraft version, we see that we need a fabric loader. I think we're going to deal with that first rather than ending up with a file that we don't know how to deal with. Okay, leaving the tab open because, as I say, we're going to come back to it. We want to search up Fabric Minecraft because, of course, there are various places that we could go to, various websites and stuff, but the fabricmc.net is the one we want. This is the official home of Fabric. Takes us to possibly one of the worst designed websites on the internet, second only to the mighty Optifine itself for the worst website out there. Okay, I recommend reading absolutely all of this here, but cutting to the chase, one of the reasons that it is the worst designed website out there, it's not this big blue button you want, it's this small blue button. To install Fabric, you need the Fabric loader, which you can download here. If you have the option to open in a new tab, I highly suggest you do that, as we will be coming back. Coming over to the tab we have just opened, I will download the universal.jar. I don't know why anybody else would get the exe. I don't know why you would want the exe, is what I'm trying to say here. If you want it, go for it. I'm going to double click the .jar and this will pop up a nice little, a nice little window right here. Make sure that you have got the right version and that you have no copies of Minecraft open and click install. Almost instantly it comes up with done for me. I don't know if it'll be quite as quick for you. And it makes mention of the Fabric API. That's actually to do with the other tab back there, but let's close this down and do a quick sanity check. I want to open my copy of Minecraft and make sure that down in the profiles, we've got the Fabric Loader. Beautiful. I want to open this up so Fabric Loader can do its initialized setup, put some folders in the background, stuff like that. So I'm going to go, hey, and whilst that is working away, can we go and download the Fabric API? So this is something that almost all of the mods that use Fabric will need. Coming down, look, we're on CurseForge. This is going to be a very familiar page by the time we're done here. We want to come down to the R. That's the release, not the beta, not the alpha. Beta? I don't know which one you want to use, but I use beta there. Okay, we're going to download that. In 5 seconds, we will be done and downloaded. Okay, awesome. So that has just come down. Do you remember the Litematica page? We want to do the same thing here. Go for whatever version is the most recent. For me, it's 1.16.2. Download the most recent version. Wonderful, thank you. But coming back, we can also see that Litematica also requires a little library mod. This is just a bunch of files that the mod creator has got spread across a bunch of mods. So he's like, hey, I'm going to put them all in the same place. So we need to download that as well. You should end up with 3 separate files at this point. You have the Fabric API, you have Litematica itself, and then also this library, Malib, something like that. So whilst we've been doing all this downloading, in the background our copy of Minecraft has opened up. You can see that they've got the Fabric loader has been installed. That's beautiful. That's just a nice, quick, easy way to see. Of course, the fact that it changed the profile also donates that. I want to go into the options. I want to go to Resource Pack and I want to open the pack folder because I need to get into my .minecraft folder. This here is where Minecraft stores all its files, and in particular is where Fabric stores the mod. So I'm going to open that up, a wide open empty space here. I also want to open up the downloads folder that I have over here. The downloads folder from the browser. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the Fabric installer because it's just a little bit confusing having it there. And then drag these 3, remember the Fabric, the Litematica, and the Malib files here. And then, unfortunately, you need to restart your Minecraft. And that is your install complete. Now, if you want to be sure that the installation has gone correctly, let's jump into a single-player creative world. Doesn't really have to be a creative world, needs to be anywhere and everywhere. We're going to come in here and grab ourselves a stick, and normally when you put that into your hand, you should see, if I can press T here, the little menu opened up in the bottom left. Unfortunately, it disappears when I open my chat box. That's not overly helpful, is it? If you don't get the menu down the bottom, something's gone wrong. You need to go back and do all the steps again. Might I recommend that you check the version numbers? That's probably something that went wrong. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to move a template from a creative world into a survival world. I like this skin that I made. It's just a little representation of myself. Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm going to come over and stand somewhere close to the build. Press and hold the M button. It's very important that you hold it down and then press S. S for selection. Now, we have no selections available here, so if I'm going to hit new selection, I'm going to give it a funky name, whatever funky name you want to give it. If I can ever type, that would be great. All right, funky name, brilliant. And it gives us this little box here. Yeah, hi, how you doing? This little box is now our friend. This box is going to show us what we want to copy. So I'm going to just kind of left click somewhere, and then use the power. Sorry, press Control instead of Alt. Control will run you through the menu over here. The number that you are looking for, I probably should have done that first, sorry, is number 1. I just happened to be on it straight away, so I just jumped straight to the next bit. But if you are not on number 1, make sure you scroll through to number 1. Take your hand off the Control button and press it onto the Alt button, because this will enable you to scroll in and out. Now, you have control of the box through two buttons. You can left click over there and you can right click over there, and you see how this one moves the left box and this one moves the right box. But as you can see, it kind of sinks it into the ground. It actually selects the block you were clicking at. So I like to use the Alt button instead, and you can see that it will scroll in whatever direction you are looking in. So I like to try and get this one up to the top, kind of give it a bit of a one of those and one of those. Does it look like that I got the very edge of this guy's arm? It does. And does it look like I got the very top of this guy's head? It does. You don't need to get very specific with the outline here. This could very much be one block further out. It wouldn't cause any problems. It just means that you're trying to copy more in than you would like to. I don't know, it might overwrite the air blocks might overwrite something. I'm not sure whether it actually does. No, it's a schematic. You place stuff yourself. There is an option to paste in Creative, but it only works in Creative, and I'm not going to go into that today. I'll just let you know that, in fact, if you press Control and scroll through, we have Paste Schematic into World, number 5, but that, as I say, only works in Creative. Anyway, we've not even made the schematic yet, so let's right-click this bad boy out here. And you see I kind of missed, but I'm going to use the Alt powers to bring it up out of the floor. I don't want to copy the floor across, and then we're going to push that way. Okay, it looks like I have got the box fully filled out. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go around and just make sure everything's looking good. No extra blocks inside the schematic that I didn't want. Okay, with that being perfect, I'm going to come back into my M and S menu, or the selection manager as it likes to be called, and this is the selection that we've got. Now we're going to try and save this here. You can see it turns off the selection in the background as I click or unclick it. We've got a configure button over here, but actually if I come back this way, you can also press the editor area. I don't know. The area editor, sorry. I don't know why they both lead to the same place. But anyway, we want to save this schematic in the background. So make sure your name is correct. Hit set if it's what you want. And hit save the schematic. It's going to tell you to come over here to the schematic editor and save this where you like. As you see, I've got quite a lot, but it will then appear down here. Funky name. Beautiful, beautiful. The next thing, of course, is we need to place this schematic. Shall we go to a survival world? Because I have a dream. I have a dream of a starter house that looks just like me. So, following the dream of a starter house, I'm going to go and fire up a brand new world. I always play in hard, that's just the way I go. You don't have to start a survival world. This can work in anywhere. If you want to put it into a pre-existing world, go ahead. If you want to take it to a server, make sure you ask the owner and his admins whether they want it there or not. There are a few ways this can be abused. Alright, so in a brand new world, first things first, we need to go get a stick. Oh, they're all the way over there. Okay, with a stick and a light snack acquired, we're going to go and figure out where we want this placement. I think up there would be a beautiful place for me to have my starter home. So I'm going to go climb up there. Trust me, it's easier to start where you want it placed. Light mountaineering skills are not required for the use of Litematica, but they sure do help. Okay, so now that I've picked out the perfect placement for my new starter build, I'm going to come along over here, press and hold down the M button and tap the P. This is going to bring us the schematic placement menu. But there's no schematics in here right now. There's not even a loaded schematic. If we come over, you can see that there are no schematics loaded into the memory. I don't know why this doesn't actually take you to the load schematic folder. I really feel like that should be the way that it works. But anyway, this is the thing. We find the one that we want. This might only have one option in it, but I've been using this mod for some time now. As you can see, I've selected this and I'm going to hit the load schematic. Okay, beautiful. Schematic funky name has been successfully loaded into memory. If you don't see this, something's gone wrong. Okay, escaping out, you can see that it has placed it exactly where I was stood, centered around the blue square here. Blue circle, yeah, whatever. The blue square here. Now, I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to say, hey, this is not quite where I want it. So I'm going to grab my stick tool and pressing the control button, holding the control button, I'm going to scroll through and find schematic placement on number 2. This is very similar to the selection placement, whereas if you hold down the Alt button and use your mouse wheel, you can move this guy around in the direction that you are looking. Even if you scroll down, he will go in the opposite way from what you're looking, if you will, just like that. But we are not limited to the rotation and chirality that it has come out of. Yes, indeed. If I happen to have built it in the wrong direction, as I feel like I have right now, I can press the M and P button again, and we've got a configure menu over here. Indeed, I'm going to come out of here. There is a move to player if you want to do that. I literally never use that. I've normally set that up beforehand. But look at the buttons underneath it. Rotation around the blue square down here. Look at that. It rotates around the blue square. Very important. You can change the origin, but that takes a little bit of that work. Or you can mirror around the blue square. Again, it flips it over this way, or it flips it across these two, or you put it back to a normal. Now, I feel like I want my bad boy facing that way, and we're going to scroll. Ooh, if you press Control and go through, just look for schematic placement. Take your hand off the Control button, and then use the Alt button as the mod developer intended. Okay, this is starting to look about right. The things to take note of here, you can see that the blocks that are originally part of the schematic are kind of highlighted in this blue color, and the blocks that we don't want are outlined in this red color. So I'm just going to go through and punch these out. So after finding a desert, cooking up some cactus, getting some bone meal, and mixing the two colours together, I got myself a whole bunch of this lime wool. And as you place it down, you can see that the hologram becomes just a little bit more real. You can, after you get your eye in, you start to be able to tell the difference relatively easily here. Far too used to being in creative or having a light truck. I've pillared my way up here and I have no idea how to get down, but you probably want to know how to either load a schematic that you found from the internet or share it with friends. I'm going to open up my resource pack and the resource pack folder again. It is by far the easiest way I've found to get to your .minecraft folder. Another way, if you're wondering, press the % twice, go into the middle of the two and type the word app data, and that will also get you to the folder above your .minecraft. Now, in here you will find the schematics folder. As I say, I've been using these quite a lot, but there is the funky name .litematic. Copy, paste this, put it in Discord, share it with your friends, do whatever you need to do to share this out there. Of course, if you are receiving one of these files, this of course is where you put it. Now, that's not everything I know about the Litematica mod, but that is everything important that you need to know. I hope you had a great fun going out there and building away. If you really enjoyed what's going on here and think I've been very informative, please do leave me a thumbs up. The algorithm demands it. And I will see you next time where we're going to play some actual Minecraft. Bye!